So then we'll do some pickups here.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna go first because I only got one thing, Jay.
Okay.
And I'm wearing it.
Oh.
This I know it just looks like a flashy flannel shirt here, but Middle of Beyond does these flannels, and they do them for all kinds of movies. I also have one of their Ghostbusters ones, but they just, if you at just a glance, it just looks like a flannel.
Yeah.
But if it's hard to see, but right here on the thing, you got a little Mothra right here.
Okay.
And then if you flip this up, you got the twins under here.
Yeah.
And the twins are on both pockets. And then under, on the inside is little Mothras on the fabric. And you can't really see, but they're under the fabric of the thing as well.
That's
and then
amazing.
it also just has like a little tag at the bottom. Where is it? That says Godzilla on it.
That's awesome.
They also have a Godzilla one of these, and it's like a green flannel. Even though Godzilla's not green, but I liked I like the Mothra colors better. This yellowish, I think these are cool.
And the pockets?
These shirts are expensive.
Yeah.
They're not playing around, Jay. I put this on a payment plan.
Oh, wow.
These are $75 shirts.
Whoa.
It's very expensive, but they look really good. They're not like tacky. I think these can be worn like someone's got to be walking by and looking, and they're like, oh, that's a Godzilla shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I love it. They're really, really well made. They're nice. So this is the only Godzilla pickup I got this week, Jay. And I wanted to show it off. Though. I wanted to show it off first because it's fucking hot in here, and I want to take it off. So there we go.
You were like jumping to that really quick. Like normally it's like
I did.
Hey, you go first. No, you go first. No,
nope,
you go first.
I was like, as soon as I put it on, I was like, oh boy, do I need to get the fan on or something? Jay, what do you got?
So I actually had a light week too. I had technically I guess 3 pickups, but 2. I'll do the first 2 together because they go together. So this is a totally impulse purchase because I'd never heard of this before. But just as you in the natural world love caimans and crocodiles and gharials and alligators, that's your your jam. I've been, since I was little, I've been big into rhinos, and I've been part of the International Rhino Foundation for a long time. Yeah,
I didn't know this. I like this information.
Yeah. So I keep the 5 alive. But I've had the fortune to see 4 of the 5 species of rhinos. Never seen a Javan, but I did see the Sumatran when they had them in Cincinnati for a bit. I had to make a pilgrimage there to see a Sumatran. Only about 200 of them left. Wow. But like I said, I've been part of the International Rhino Foundation. It's actually based here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Saw them in Africa. Love rhinos. So transition that to, I saw this. Apparently, these came out in 2019. An artist, a vinyl artist in Japan, was it Namichi Arai? I like I said, don't know much about them at all. But I saw these things called Rhinodon, and it's a rhino kaiju designer vinyl. And so they did at least 2. They did an Asian, the one-horned rhino, the greater one-horned rhino. Look at this guy.
Whoa, I love the color.
Little rhino, little rhino kaiju. And then a white rhino. Know that because of the square lip here.
Yeah, it's the different heads for sure. Like completely different face. Dude.
Yeah. So Indian or Asian rhino, wrong one. Asian rhino, white rhino. Got to get a Sumatran, a Javan, and a black rhino in there, and we'll have all 5. But I absolutely adore these things. These are awesome, and I'm really, really, really excited to display them.
I love those, Jay. That's I like that kind of stuff because, like, it's different. It's weird. It's not based on any other, like the connections that you make in like real life with real animals or things or. I love that. So that's really cool. Those are the coolest pickups, man. That's perfect. You got anything else over there?
I do, but what's going to happen is we're going to see like a week later in the comments, somebody's going to be like, dude, those were actually a villain in season 3 of Spectrum Man.
It literally looks like the rhino from Spider-Man. So
anyway, they're just, they're rock steadies. The other thing I got, it's still in the package. I just got it. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. But those are nice and small. This guy is gigantic. He is an X plus gigantic Rick steel color Rick light up eyes. Ultra 7.
Ooh.
7.
Jay.
Love this guy. Look at him. He's so handsome man there, Dan
That's
Moriboshi.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I haven't taken him out. I'll put him there, but like it's a big
It's a big
toy.
boy.
Yeah, and it has light up eyes. It's the steel color version, which I love in the box. It's a language barrier. It's like steel, like metal steel, but on there, still as in steel.
They spelled it wrong.
Yeah, as in like
still.
I'm being still. I love that stuff. But anyway, it's great. It is. Oh, here's a picture of him, I guess, out of the. There you go. There's a.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Jay, I want one of those gold. I want one of those gold Ultraman from Shin.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know what's Bandai's doing one or did one.
I really like the colors of the Ultraman in that movie, and I'm sure they exist, but it would be really cool to have. What is it? There's like the classic colors. There's the gold one, and then isn't there a green one?
Yeah, when he gets tired, he turns a little more green.
Man,
yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
those are cool.
That was their take instead of doing like the color timer. They did like the then Zafi, and it's really cool. The Ultraman, especially like because they're so similar, but you have the different colors and to put them next to each other would just be a stellar display. They look really cool.
Yeah,
and then you get the smaller versions. You can. It's
endless with Ultraman. Yeah, there's nothing you can do.
So that's all I got. I got my Rhinodons and I got my Ultra 7 to hang out with me.
It's funny to be like, that's all I got. You got a X Plus gigantic figure.
Hey, it was a great deal. And obviously this gigantic, even though it's technically a gigantic, is not quite the same price range as some of the other gigantics that we see, but it's still cool.
I got something coming in. I got shipping confirmation from something from Awesome Collector yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say what it is, but it is something I'm excited about, and it will be here for the next episode of Monster Island. I'll have it to show off. But I've been thinking lately, I've been doing like some rearranging outside of this toy room, like I was saying earlier. And I'm kind of thinking about getting not all of my X Plus, but my Harryhausen stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about maybe taking it out of this toy room and maybe trying to put it like in the living room. So it's like, people who are coming over, like it's like, that stuff is the stuff where we're like, oh shit, what is that? So I'm not exactly sure where it's all going to go or how I feel right now. You can't see it, but right now it's all lined up together. It's like they're all right next to each other. And I'm like, do I want to spread them out and have them all over, or is that weird?
Stress you out?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I want them all in one spot. I don't know. Also, the Kraken's really big. There's only so many places he can go, but I got a couple spots that are open. So I'm like, I'm going to play around. I'm going to maybe take them out of here and give them a trial in other spots in the house. I don't know.
Make sure
but it will open up a lot of room in here, Yeah. They're big. So. And
if anything can transition to that type of collectible, it's going to be the Harryhausen X Plus. I mean, that stuff, it has life outside those films because people recognize a Cyclops and recognize, even Kraken and generic sea serpent.
I almost bought one of those Cyclopses the other day.
Yeah.
I was looking at, I was on Sideshow's website because I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. I got a lot of payment plans that are paid off right now.
Ooh, look at you, man.
I was like, it's paid. Maybe I should buy something else,
Yeah.
So I'm like on Sideshow's website, just being like, let me see if there's anything on here I need. And I'm looking at the Harryhausen stuff, and Medusa's gone. The Medusa was just gone, And there's a couple others that I'm like, these are, like that Mighty Joe Young is still available.
It's a good looking figure with the lions.
And I like it, but I'm like, I don't know if $400 want that. You know what I mean? But both of the Cyclopses are on there, and I'm like, maybe which one is it? The 2-horned Cyclops that fights the dragon, or is it the 1-horn? It's the 2-horn, right?
Yeah,
one
horn's the eye poke, and then the
part of me is like, I might need to get that 2-horned Cyclops because the dragon's coming, right? Mm-hmm. They're gonna put that dragon out, I think, and you
can have him fight the Rhedosaurus until then. Like that's good enough.
So I don't know. I didn't pull the trigger on any, but. I thought about it, but
yeah, it's hard. I mean, there's so many good ones there. I mean, we've talked about it, I know, ad nauseum on this show, but the Harryhausen X Plus stuff, I mean, I wish if I had a whole room, I could do a room of nothing but Harryhausen and be totally cool with that. There's that much good stuff. It's just, we only have so much space, so much money.
Yep.
So at least
space is the issue with me. I mean, money's always an issue too, but listen, I've talked about this, and this is how, there have been times where you look at other people's collections. There are people in the Kaiju community who just have insane, amazing collect. I mean, you do, Jay. Like you do. We all do. But sometimes you see people where you're like, "Whoa, that's what I want to be when I grow up." Is that kind of collection,
Yeah.
And there were times in my life where it's like, well, I can't afford shit like that. I say that, but now, like, look at this room, But dude, in the last couple of years, all these payment plan companies that have popped up, like, I know, like, I remember when I first saw one of those companies, it seemed like a scam to me.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, oh, stay away from that. It's going to take my money. But now, like,
PayPal, score,
but now PayPal has Pay in 4. There's Partially. There's like 5 of these payment plan groups out there. They're all legit. And it's like when something's, when something just pops up and it's $150, you're like, fuck, I can't spare that today. But I can spare a quarter of that today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of times the payment plans don't even start for 2 weeks ahead or something like that, And so that's the way to do it. Like, that's, if anybody needs any advice on how to start buying cool shit, use those fucking payment plans, dude, because they are amazing. And, it might take you a little bit longer to get what you're buying, but it just pays it off slowly. And one day you're like, oh, fuck, a toy just showed up. I forgot I bought this or something. So,
when PayPal and 4, a lot of it they just ship. If it's them taking the risk as credit.
I don't know if it's partially or if it's one Sideshow, Sideshow has one. Sideshow has one on their website that it's like, this is the one they use. Whichever one Sideshow uses, they ship it before they even take your first payment.
Yeah,
I ordered the Rhedosaurus and Ymir on the same day, and I had 2 brand new X Pluses in my hands before I paid
for $1
fucking cents.
Trial run.
So it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. I know. Partially you have to pay it off. That's what Awesome Collector uses.
Yeah.
I don't know on Sezzle, but on PayPal and 4, like you that's treated as like
PayPal and 4. They just send it to you.
They send it because like the vendor, like on my site on Tokutown, like we have PayPal and 4, right?
Yeah.
I get paid in full. PayPal pays me, and they just take on the risk. And if they lay it on the payment, they make money on it. So it's great for all of us. So I don't even know unless I do digging that if somebody even uses a payment plan. For me, to me it looks like just a normal transaction. So it's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. We're not endorsed by any of those companies. But if you guys want to give us money for sure.
We'll hawk some high-end collectibles for you.